Hey everyone, it's Liz over at the Jones Group. I hope you're making it an awesome week. Hey, this time around, we're going to be talking about instant offers, why they aren't always good for sellers. So I've had a lot of my clients reach out to me. They're receiving letters in the mail, and it has to do with instant offers being received. So what we really need to look at is it designed to be good for the seller or the investment group? Let's take a look. The first of the matters to look at is how these valuations are made. Are they accurate? Let's take one of the biggest, Zillow or Zestimates. So we found that in a Zestimate, they're looking at the special features of the home, they're looking at accumulation of sales, input data from users and groups, and those closed sales. We found that Zillow estimates are off approximately 5%. So are they giving you an accurate valuation when they send you that letter saying, I'll buy your home for X price? What about the low offers? Now remember, an investor needs to protect his interest as an investor, not you. In some cases where your home needs a little bit of work, they've got to calculate the thousands and thousands of dollars of repairing that home and either putting it back on the market in a saleable condition or renting that home. So they're going to protect their interests and their interests only. So is that offer truly going to be your best offer you can receive? How about the fees? A lot of folks are thinking, well, my agent's going to charge me the top 6%. In this area, that really doesn't apply. But what about the investor? Well, they have hidden fees too. Clearly, you thinking that you're going to get a low offer that'll make up for the fees, but that's not always the case. Not only will you have those hidden fees, but you will also receive a lower offer. And what about reducing the inventory? So the more of these homes that happen to be snatched up by instant buy, the less the inventory is available on the market for people that are looking for a home. Let's say you happen to sell your home. It's going to be that much harder for you to find another property when there isn't enough inventory out there. Not only is that home never hitting the market for you to see, but you're competing with all those other buyers that are looking at the same time. So it isn't always a good thing for you as a seller to find a replacement home. And then we have the investments that are made. So an iBuyer will possibly pick up that property, and instead of renovating it for a flip and resale onto the market, they are putting it back on the market for a rental community. So let's look at your street. So an iBuyer buys 3 properties that are on the street. And what that does is you put 3 more rental situations on your street. Now, I'm not saying that a renter is going to take worse care of a property than a homeowner, but what is the incentive for him to take and maintain that property well? So therefore, the community as a large starts to lose a little bit of its warm, cuddly feeling of homeowners bonding together and making that property feel like home sweet home. So those are things that can change the flavor of a neighborhood. And then one last thing to think about is when there is an iBuy and when it happens to be lower than regular, and does it happen on a frequent basis in a community, our appraisers must start to look at those when they happen in frequency and start to work them into appraisal values. So if you had a lower offer that came in because of the condition that was an iBuy and another lower offer 4 or 5 houses down, all of a sudden the appraiser has to look at these and sees that these values might actually be what your home is worth. So ultimately, it takes down the value. So think about this. Who is on your side? Is it an agent who receives a fee to protect your interests, or is it the iBuyer or investment group? Clearly, if you're going to have to outlay some fees in order to sell your home, it makes more sense to go with an agent that's going to protect your interests. I'm Liz Jones with the Jones Group, and until the next time, take care.